Here's a good topic. I want a bigger house, but my husband doesn't. Well, my name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and these videos are brought to you by the Marriage Foundation, which you should visit our website and subscribe to this channel because our approach to marriage is very different. And this question is more of a statement. I want a bigger house. And let's rephrase that. I want a house and my husband doesn't want me to get my way. Okay, don't get this the wrong way. I'm not trying to make it look like you're spoiled or that you are going to throw a tantrum if you don't get your bigger house. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is something you really need to listen to. And that is that when you're in a marriage, you're supposed to be on the same page with all of these kind of things. Should we get a new car? Should we have children? Where should we send our children to school? Where should we live? Do we need a bigger house? These are very practical, down-to-earth, real questions. And people, because they don't understand marriage, and they don't understand marriage, and you don't understand marriage too if you're asking this question, if you're posing this dilemma. What am I talking about? I'm talking about something so basic. Why you got married in the first place. Why you want to be married. What you can get out of marriage and how to make that happen. You didn't get married so you could have a bigger house. I mean, maybe some people do, but I know that's not you. You got married because you wanted to be happy. You wanted to be a happier person. You wanted to be with your soulmate. What does that mean? It means you wanted to experience love. Where is a house? Where is a car in this? Love is the ultimate, isn't it? Very interestingly, Steve Jobs, at the end of his life, and talk about a productive life, my God, this guy is like a hero in the world, isn't he? He was very unhappy. He wasn't so unhappy because of the cancer that took his life. That's not what did it. And he said so. He didn't have a connection with anybody. He didn't have that love. And everyone around him said he was a machine. He didn't have that love. And he knew that with all of his financial successes, all of his material successes, all of his business successes, he had power, fame, and money. He didn't have love. I don't know about you. I would much rather have nothing. When I say nothing, I don't mean nothing. I'd much rather have little but be fulfilled with love, because love is cool. Love is fulfilling. So, okay, I maybe got off track a little. Let's go back to the house, all right? So let's put that into a category of things that, as an individual, I would like, but my husband is resistant. Let's put it in a category and let's include other things besides a bigger house. Let's talk about cars and all the other things I mentioned before. How do you get on the same page? So, here's how. You focus your attention. You focus all of your effort. You have guiding principles that bring more love and connection between the two of you. That's what you do. It is literally that simple. Why? Because when you're communicating on this higher level of love, and I'm not talking about, oh, honey, I love you, you're so wonderful, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about like where your heart just is open all the time. It takes self-training to do this. And you may want to take a look at my books. You want to take a look at the course for women that I have. Definitely subscribe to this channel and learn more about this, because this is a topic that is important. You have to understand that marriage is much deeper than the common knowledge would have you believe. You see, we talk about soulmates, we talk about love, but the so-called experts out there, other than myself, literally see love as an emotion, and it is not an emotion. Additionally, they see love as an abstract thought. In other words, they don't believe that it has a tangible reality. They talk about endorphins and chemical reactions and all this nonsense. What they're missing is that love is super tangible. It's the most tangible of all things. You have felt it. You feel it when you look at your children when they're asleep. You should be feeling it when you're looking at your husband while you're awake. You definitely felt it when you were exchanging vows. In fact, you have felt it at every wedding you've been to. There's this moment when this love bomb descends on everybody. But the mind can't wrap itself around love because love is too big. Love has no boundaries, real love. And so the mind rejects it. And so we're not trained to control our mind to allow the love to become who we are. But when you do in your marriage, when you do that, and you don't need your husband to do it too, just when you do that, it changes the whole context of your marriage. And the communication that you will have, which will be based now on you coming from your heart, you won't have these disagreements. You won't have these differences of opinion. You'll be able to work with these day-to-day things that come to us, these choices, and together, happily, lovingly, decide when is the right time to get a new house. And this complaint that you have now should not exist at all. And it will disappear. If you're focused on the love in your marriage, listen to this. If you are focused on the love in your marriage between yourself and your husband, this is nothing. I'm not making this up. We've been around for over 20 years, helping couples and individuals, thousands upon thousands, with our courses. What I'm saying to you is the gospel. It's the truth. Pay attention to this. And don't look for other articles. There won't be any other articles or videos that support this thinking, because most of the knowledge is not knowledge about marriages. It's based on Western psychological premises that are incorrect. I'll give you a great example. And this may be a little off topic, but it's valuable, it's instructive. We all know this. Everyone who has seen a therapist knows that they want to know about your childhood. They want to know what happened to you. Were you abused? Did you have a good relationship with your mother, with your father? Freud came up with all these complexes. Why? Why? Because they're stupid. That's why. What am I saying? I'm saying that they are ignoring the most powerful tool, gift, I call it, that you have. You have the power of free choice. You can choose right now what you're going to do, what you're going to say, what you're going to think. This is a very powerful tool. Now, it's a tool you've left in the tool chest, but it's a very powerful tool. So what does that do to all of these so-called influences that have so-called made you who you are? It trumps everything. Because what it means is it doesn't matter what happened to you in the past. You choose how you're going to behave, how you're going to think, how you're going to feel. Right now, you have the free choice. It's a great example of how Western psychological marriage counseling has so screwed up all of them. Look, they've been in charge of marriages for what, 70, 80 years? And we still have a 52% divorce rate for first marriages, worse for second and worse for third. They obviously don't know what they're doing. And I'm showing you in concrete example of where they go off, where they miss the boat. I could give you scores of these examples. So, here's the point. The point is, this house business, let this video wake you up to realize the focus that you have had on your marriage has not been to your benefit. The focus should be on love, happiness. Go to our website, themarriagefoundation.org. Learn about marriage. Why shouldn't you have marital bliss? It's the ultimate gift from a well-run marriage. My name is Paul Friedman. Thank you for spending time with me. Like the video, share it, leave a comment. You know what to do. Thank you. God bless, and take care.